President Ahmadinejad gave that speech on the stage right behind me to a packed crowd here, saying and focusing on the message that Israel was the #1 enemy. He praised the people here. He praised Lebanon, and he called them the heroes of the resistance against the Israeli enemy. Just a few kilometers away from Israel itself, he also called for the defeat of Israel. Here in the town of Bint Jbeil, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad is considered a hero. They believe that without Iranian support, they would not have been able to put their lives together following the 2006 war between Israel and Hezbollah. The stadium, again, as I was saying, was packed. This is an area that also saw the fiercest fighting between Hezbollah and Israel and the most intense bombing by Israeli aircraft. Residents saying 90% of the town was destroyed. That has been rebuilt with help from Qatar, but also especially from Iran. It was Iran that really flooded Hezbollah's treasury with money that they were able to hand out to residents. It was Iran that paved roads and built bridges. And as President Ahmadinejad departed, his final words, his promise was that Iran would always stand behind Lebanon and stand behind the resistance. This trip here has been highly controversial, Errol, internationally and domestically as well, with those who are opposed to Hezbollah and the fact that it does still maintain this non-government controlled militia, saying that this is an indication that Iran now has a base in the Mediterranean. But it is also a clear indication of the power that Iran wields in the region, the fact that it is and will remain a significant player, Errol.
But it's a good point to make, Ara, because it's not absolute power. I mean, we're watching these clips of the rally and Ahmadinejad supporters, but he does not enjoy universal support throughout Lebanon, does he?
No, he doesn't, and he is a very controversial figure because Iran is a very controversial country here, mainly because of the support that it does have for Hezbollah and the role that Hezbollah plays in Lebanon. There are those who view it as a resistance group. There are those who fully support its efforts to try to force the Israeli army out of the small lands that they do occupy in Lebanon. But there are others that do believe that its existence, the fact that it does operate without any sort of government control, government oversight, do make it something of a menace to future stability in Lebanon. But the reality is that Lebanon has historically been a proxy battlefield. It does remain still a very divided nation, with each political party, political bloc receiving backing from regional and international powers. But what we are seeing coming out of all of this, too, was the fact that even though there were those who were opposed to this visit, the various political leaders here did call for everyone to try to refrain from making any sort of derogatory comments, from doing anything that would potentially hinder this visit or perhaps shed a negative light on it. But what many people are going to be watching here is what happens now domestically in Lebanon, now that this visit has come to an end and all of those issues that have been put aside once again rise to the surface.